It's me doing Phil's. I'm so excited to come to you today. I want to just thank everybody who participated and who showed up for the Your Every Prayer Answered Blueprint Summit. It was an amazing time. We had really great speakers who shared amazing information. I'm still getting feedback from people who are excited that they attended. I'm glad you were there. If you weren't there, you missed a big thing. But we are having another one, so you can make sure you catch that one. That was going to be on Saturday, December 17th. It's going to be the same, your every prayer answer, but this time we're going to be focused on God's purpose for your life plus Christ consciousness equals kingdom finances. We're going to be focusing on building the finances of the kingdom because most people, they believe that you're supposed to be poor. The truth of the matter is there's nobody who's in the Bible that was poor. That is a main character of the Bible was poor. Nobody. It's people I was reading in this group where this guy was saying, "Oh, Jesus was poor." No, I know he wasn't poor. All right. Now they did say that he didn't have a home, but he didn't have a home because he was always on the road, sharing, living his purpose. His purpose was to reach the people, was to reach the children of Israel. That was his purpose, and that's what he did. But when he died, they were fighting over his robe. Now they wasn't fighting over his robe because he was a celebrity and they was gonna put it on eBay and sell it for a certain amount of money. They were fighting for his robe because it was an expensive robe. It was something that people would fight over. It was expensive. Poor people ain't wearing no. I don't see nobody out here fighting over no homeless guy's coat because when he died, because that don't happen. They fighting over because if he had wealth, then that's what we need to be building. We need to build wealth in the kingdom so that we can further the kingdom. Because the things that, unfortunately, without money, there's not much that you can do in today's society. So this next summit is going to be focused on um, God's purpose for your life, plus developing a Christ consciousness, which will lead to kingdom finances. Because those are the two things you need. You need to understand why God created you. What's your purpose of being here? And you need to understand the Christ consciousness. You have to understand, you have to have the right mindset. In order to have those things put together, that what's built the kingdom finances. So today we're going to I'm going to share my screen. Let me see. Yeah. We're going to talk about the 4 steps to developing kingdom finances. That's what we're going to talk about today. There are 4 steps that you need to do in order to create kingdom finances. Now, what are those 4 steps? Let's see. Let me see if I can go to the next page. Okay. Step number 1 is you have to build a tribe. Now I'm going to get to really what that means, how to build a tribe. Number 2 is you have to learn how to market to your tribe. That's the only way that you can do it. And really the only way to make real kingdom finances is if you're on your own, working your own business. So this is for people who are building the kingdom finances. When you're working for somebody else, you're building their kingdom. But when you don't know where their kingdom, what kind of kingdom they had. So you have to create your own business so you can create your own kingdom. And step number 3 is to gain kingdom finances. So what you do, you build your tribe and you market to your tribe. That's how you gain kingdom finances. But the 4th step is the most important step because that's how you learn. You have to learn how to invest to grow your kingdom finances and turn to kingdom wealth. That's where most people have the problem. They know some people know how to make money, but they don't know how to create generational wealth. I remember I watched this was years ago, maybe 90, early 2000. Chris Rock had a stand-up thing that was on HBO, and he was talking about creating wealth, how white people have created generational wealth, but black people, we don't really have it. We have rich people, we have the Oprah Winfrey's of the world, we have the Kanye West of the world, we have people who have Jay-Z, people who have hit the multi-million dollar and billion-dollar zones, but they haven't created generational wealth yet. They're first generation. So they haven't created, and it hasn't really flown down or affected us, but we have to learn how to start building our own generational wealth so that we can start creating for our own family, so we can change the tide. And now is the time to do it. I'm so grateful for the planned pandemic that happened a couple of years ago. And the reason why is because it was a shift came along with that pandemic, a shift in mindsets. Uh, there was a 40 million people just quit their jobs and started their own businesses because people were understanding that that's the way it used to be. That's the way it was meant to be. There wasn't in the Bible. There was we're going to go into that. Let's start. Matter of fact, let's start about building your tribe. Step one is how to build your tribe. Build your tribe by creating a group of people that will help you, or a group of people that support you. That's what your tribe is. Your tribe is going to be a group of people who support you. Now, in the Bible, there's the 12 tribes of Israel. And what the 12 tribes of Israel was a family. There were 12 people, 12 sons in the family, all right? And each son was a tribe because each son had his own family. So that family was the family of support. They supported each other. They helped each other out. They made sure each other grew. They made sure each other had finances. They made sure that their finances grew. That family, that tribe supported each other. All 12 of the tribes of Israel, which is just, the Bible is really just a story about a family. That's it. A family of called Israel. Actually, they're Abraham's family. That's what the Bible is about. It's Abraham's family. But the Most High started focusing on that family with Abraham's grandson, Jacob, who he changed his name to Israel. And Israel is a family. Israel had 12 sons by 4 different women. He had 4 baby mamas and he had 12 sons. And those 12 sons became the tribes of Israel. And that's what it was. It was a family. And so that's what you're going to actually create. You're going to be creating a family. A family is people who are going to be supported. It's like today we would call it, I want to get to that also. Jesus had a tribe. He had 12 disciples that followed him around. And what did these disciples do? These disciples worked with him while he taught them. They was with him every day. He just randomly selected his 12 tribes. They followed him everywhere he went. They learned from him. They got the information from him. And then after he felt they were ready, he sent them out into the world to do the exact same thing that he was doing. So that's what a tribe is. A tribe is a group of people that will surround you and build with you and help you, because that's what you need. You can't do it alone. You need a community, and that's what you're building. Your tribe is your community. It's your people who will come after you and help you out in any way that they can. I have to get that later. Let me decline it. So that's what we're going to be building. And today we would call it raving fans. That's what you're going to build. You're going to build a tribe of raving fans. Let me give you an example of people who have raving fan tribes. Just think of somebody like, when I was younger, I was a huge fan of Michael Jackson. I was a Michael Jackson fanatic. I was, whatever Michael Jackson, I was like, I think 17, 18 years old. My entire room was plastered with posters of Michael Jackson. I had stacks and stacks of magazines because if Michael Jackson was anywhere in any magazine, I was buying it. I had all kinds of Michael. I remember I worked a job when they had those beaded, when Michael Jackson's beaded jacket, the leather beaded. I like 18, 17 years old. This is a big thing, especially in the 80s. I paid $300 for this leather jacket because it was a beaded jacket like Michael Jackson. Actually, when he died, I kept it until when he died, and I sold it on eBay. But I remember I was working a job. I was in my freshman year in college, and I was working as an assistant manager at Mrs. Fields Cookies. Yeah, I'm Mrs. Fields now, but I wasn't Mrs. Fields at that time. But I was working a job at Mrs. Fields Cookies, and I was on my way to work. I had to open up the store. It was a Saturday. I was on my way to work, and they said that the Thriller tickets were going on sale. I did a big turn around in the car. I went to the local record store. I waited online for hours to get my tickets. Well, I was 18. They shouldn't have made me the manager. That was very irresponsible of me. I ended up, when I get my tickets, I go into work. When I get there, they had like all of the regional managers from New York was in the office standing there. And they was like, what happened? What happened? The employees was all standing outside. They couldn't get into the store because I was supposed to open the store. They was like, what happened? I was like, Michael Jackson tickets went on sale. Tickets. That's how much of a fanatic I was for Michael Jackson. But that's what you want. You want to build up an audience that craves you that much. You can think Beyonce has the Beehive. Those people who are fanatic about Beyonce, they will go through hell or high water to support Beyonce and everything that she does. All of these celebrities, they have their own tribes. The ones who have tribes are really, those people will go above and beyond for them. And that's what you want to develop. You want to develop a tribe. And that's what we're going to be focusing on during this series. We're going to be focused on building your financial, kingdom finances. And the first thing is by developing a tribe. So the next step, let's see what the next step. The next step is you have to market to this tribe. The reason you can market this tribe because you're going to develop the know, like, and trust effect. That's when the people that you market to, they know you, they like you, and they trust you. That's how come I could buy everything that Michael Jackson face was on because I felt like I knew him, I liked him, and I felt like I trusted him. So even though it's all an illusion, I don't know him from a can of paint. Like if I don't really know him. I know the facade that he put on at the time. When he was performing is what I know. But that's what you want to do. You're going to build your tribe off of more than just a celebrity status because you're going to actually be helping them. You're going to do something to help you. Your purpose in some way is to serve people. God put us here to serve others. So when you discover your purpose, you're going to realize that purpose is for you to serve other people, God's kingdom some way. So you're going to develop that know, like, and trust effect because of the fact that you're going to be helping people get what they need out of life. And those people that you help will become your reading fans. Okay, the next step, number 3, that's how you're going to gain your kingdom finances. Number 1, you're going to find a tribe. Number 2, you're going to market to that tribe. That tribe is going to bring you your kingdom finances. Step number 4, then you're going to learn how to invest that money that they bring to you. And you're going to learn how to create wealth, kingdom wealth. Because creating money and creating wealth is 2 different things. You can create money and you can have money and you can go through money. You can make $10,000, $20,000 a month. And if you spend all that money, you don't have wealth. And if something happened that money should stop, then you're back to square one of being broke. So, and that's the way most of us live our life. We live our lives paycheck to paycheck for the most part. So if something happens and your source of income is taken from you, then you are like a couple of days away from being homeless. So that's not that I'm laughing at that, but that's what you have. That's why we have to develop. We have to understand how to invest. We have to understand what the rich people do. Rich people don't find themselves in that situation because rich people understand financing. They understand investing. They understand they understand how to make their money work for them. And that's what we have to understand. You understand that you weren't designed to work for money. Your money was designed to work for you. And that's what most of us lack. We lack that knowledge and that understanding. But that's what I'm going to be focusing on, teaching people or directing them on how to learn how to invest to create kingdom wealth. And we're going to do all these things by what I call the PMS methodology, which stands for passion, mindset, and strategies. Because in order to find God's purpose for your life, it's going to be something that you're passionate about. So you're going to find that passion first. Then we're going to develop the mindset, which is the Christ consciousness. That's the mindset that you have to develop in order to create the kingdom finances and kingdom wealth. And then we're going to show you the strategies that you need, because there's strategies that you have to become efficient at, these skills that you have to develop in order to create the kingdom finances and turn them into kingdom wealth. So that's what we're gonna that's what we're gonna be focusing on in this podcast series. We're gonna be focusing on creating kingdom finances, okay? And by getting your every prayer answered, because what we most of us is praying for is for financial breakthroughs. If we're not praying for health, which financial breakthroughs can definitely help you in the health department, and it can also help to strengthen relationships. Those are the main things that people focus on: health, wealth, and relationships, and that's what we're going to be focused on in this series. So follow me. I want to thank you again for those who did come to the your Every Prayer Answered Blueprint Summit that we had last Saturday, which was November 5th. So we got to mark your calendars now because I'm working on the second one. It's going to be December 17th. So put it on your calendar. Make sure you know about it. Spread this information to other people. Share this video because people need to understand how to grow their finances. And I want to be able to help them do that. All right. I want to end this by saying, have a great day. Bye-bye.